Hello and welcome everyone to yet another glorious community call, and this time we have quite the porpoise to this call. So first of all, how's everyone doing? How are you, Sophie? How's things?
Yeah, pretty good, pretty good.
Pretty good.
How long have you been preparing for that joke, Jamie?
Too long, Mike. Kept me up at night. And how are you, Mike? How's things? Yeah, I see you push. Well, everyone's seeing you pushing out update after update, relentless.
Yeah, just spewing them out. Yeah, just so many things broken in the game, I guess.
That's not it. It's just polishing a already, it's like polishing a statue. You're always like a perfectly sculpted statue. You're just looking for perfection.
Yeah, fitting a carpet, I would describe it more as.
And Brandon, how are you going? How's things?
Good. I feel like the spring is finally coming in England. It's taken a long time, but now at the moment it's sort of on and off. So one day it will be sunny, you see all the flowers. Yeah, I can go in the pool and back, and then the next day will be grey, rainy, 5 degrees again. All the flowers they just decided to take a break, and the next day they'll come back. So yeah, it's a bit on and off, but spring's coming, which feels like a new era we're entering, and I think once we
season,
get the
some might call them. Yes.
Oh yeah, yeah. So when the new season's out, I think I'll be happy, and then maybe BattleTabs will come out just like all the flowers blossom.
Yes.
Bloom. Yeah, there we go.
Wonderful.
Paint a lovely picture there, Brandon. Paint a very lovely picture. Yeah, it's been at least here in Western Australia, it has been continuously hot. Just when, I mean, it's not been like absolutely boiling, but summer is definitely still hanging around.
Though I have been cracking out the old big feet slippers. Because in the mornings it has been chilly. Oh. Check those things out, yeah. Yeah, Posty absolutely loves it when I go for the dog. And so those things on, they love it. How are you doing anyway, Jamie?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. And I'm really glad we're all here. We all need to put our flippers together, and we need to discuss the dolphin bounty, and maybe as just as a preface. So is this only the second time we've discussed or like had a kind of community ability event? Before it was Valkyrie, is that right?
Yes, which was also our last ship, which is sad to say, just how long it's been between releasing new ships. But hopefully once mobile's out, we can get back to releasing more content like this. Because obviously that's what keeps the game fun, more content.
Yeah, exactly. So just before we crack into all the amazing ideas that everyone has put forth, thought I would just quickly go over again what the Dolphin Bounty brief was. And anyone joining us, anyone who wasn't aware of what the Dolphin Bounty was, it was, I guess, a community initiative where we had a L-shaped ship, which was a dolphin, and we're asking the community to put in ideas for what the ability for the dolphin ship could be. So let me just go through, and just to reiterate, we did have some rewards for these. So we had a limit of, I think, well, no, sorry, not a limit, but like first 50 submissions will be considered. We had the first 50 participants, so just submitting your idea, they were getting 1,500 gold each. The first 20 get 1 pack of BattleTabs cards, and the first 10 they got an additional BattleTabs card. And then we took those submissions and did some community voting, which is now closed. And the top 3 submissions voted by the community would get 100 gems, £10 of Steam gift cards,
Woo!
3 packs of BattleTabs collectible cards.
Brandon's so excited. He's just got.
He's gone.
Yeah, he's gone to the toilet. He's so excited.
It's because we didn't mention it to him, and I think that's it. The 10 pounds bankrupt us. This is it. We're gone.
Oh no! Gangbusters is no more. Oh, we gave away too much money. Oh goodness.
Yeah. So just went to check on the bank account. That's it. No, sorry, I was on the wrong network, so I just reconnected.
That's all right. And finally, so today we will be discussing the ship abilities, the design. So we'll see how close we'll get to a final decision. We're not promising a final decision here. Well, maybe we'll get there. I'm not too sure. But if your design is chosen by us, the winner will get and sorry, Brandon, this you might have to switch networks again. £100 Steam gift card. They'll also get 1,500 gold, 100 gems, and 3 packs of cards if not already receiving them from the conditions I have already mentioned. Whoa. So a lot of prizes were given away for this. Pretty exciting stuff.
Oh, just quickly. If the winner's prize is on top of what they've already received, so they can have more than.
Okay, cool.
We're way too generous here, I think. Way too generous.
Yeah.
Jeez, I think just a smile and a nod from me should have been quite enough. To be clear, none of you guys have put any entries in here, have you? So there's no favoritism going on here or anything?
No, definitely not. No,
okay.
Definitely. That's not. It definitely isn't. Yeah, no, sure.
No.
Right. But moving subtly along, I think what we've got. So, Brandon, you have laboriously tabulated all the results, and I think we'll go through what the 10 to 20 of the top submissions on this call. See how we go.
Yeah, so we'll try to go through as many as we can within the time that we've scheduled for this call. We'll go from the sort of the ones that communities voted for the most, and then sort of start slowly going down the list.
So who's driving? You're driving, Jamie?
I can start. Let me start with the top 3. So I can drive the top 3, and then maybe Brandon could do a couple, and we'll go from there. Sorry.
Yeah. Well.
All right. Is there anything else before we jump? We make a splash and we start talking about this?
I think the only thing missing compared to last time we did this, I think last time we did it in the evening in the UK, and both Mike and I had a glass of wine or a beer. So I think that's the only thing that's missing. But other than that, yeah, I'm ready.
Well, feel free.
Trusty cup of tea. Yeah.
It's 7 o'clock in the morning. It's probably a bit early for me.
Probably a bit early for a wine, I would say.
Yeah. So. All right. So the top community voted, and I'm fairly certain that this is correct. I checked it this morning. The top community voted ability, which I don't think they've got names, so I'll just call this one.
I was going to say, are you going to share screen? That's what I meant by driving. Are you
that's
show screen?
Sharing screen. I can do this.
Well, I can
do that.
What do you want me to do?
Oh, yes, maybe Brandon. I just don't want to. I've got a lot of various screens everywhere.
Okay. Yeah.
And I will befuddle myself. But I am happy to. So the one I've just called an echolocation combo with 16 votes. Let me just show on stream. Here we go. So I'll just run through what they said. So this is... Yep.
Embiggen it, Brandon, if you can.
Embiggen
and
bolden.
Control play. We do.
Better? No, no, that doesn't. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
There we go. That's good.
Yeah. Okay, so this is based on Dolphin's actual skills of echolocation in real life. Echolocation is sonar in game. Cooldown to 3 or 4, And the ability is choose 2 tiles to sonar, unlike Octopus that randomly chooses 2 tiles. And they've gone on to say that the ability can be abused, misused to attack, but that is fine, as experienced players know sonar is more valuable early game. Then late game, this ability can be, in quotations, misused to attack, making the ship very balanced.
Very nice.
It's I think it's pretty cool, and I think we'll see a lot of these sonar-based echolocation abilities. But what thoughts from the team? What are we thinking?
Sophie?
I think it's pretty cool. I'm probably going to be like this for most of the abilities because when I was making the ship, I was like, oh, what ability is it going to get? What? So
Too excited.
I'm a bit too excited, yeah. So this one gets a thumbs up from me. I like it.
All right. Sophie's seal of approval. I like it. I think one question, technical question, being the technical person that I am, is wondering what it means choose 2 tiles, because we don't currently have a way in the game where you can choose multiple things to attack. But we do have a combo mechanism, if that's what you mean.
I would see it as I guess if you chose 2, then the sonars would fire both at the same time, right? Whereas if it was a combo, then you would kind of probably change. Yeah.
Yeah, so that would be different. Like we don't currently have any UI or any sort of way to do two things at the same time. So yeah, I think combo.
That's an interesting.
But it would change the game up if it was one after the other, because it does change the ability. One after the other sequentially does make it more powerful, I think.
Yeah, that's interesting, right? Because if I was just in my head comparing this to the Galleon, which has similar kind of attack, but it's not sonar attacks. It's got 2 attacks, but it's just regular attacks, and it doesn't matter if it's sequential or happens at the same time. But like you said, if it's sonar, then it makes a huge difference. If you get to do one after you've seen the result from the first one. Yeah. Interesting.
All right. Let's move on to what I have dubbed the Dolphin Leap. Dolphin Leap, which is my design. Sorry, with 15 votes, so a very close runner-up. My design for the Dolphin is that it attacks like this, and then if you look on screen, you might not be able to, but basically a kind of with a gap between the attacks, so it's kind of like this, with one square not being attacked. This makes sense, as dolphins are known for jumping out of the water, and this attack shows that. I suggest as well that when dolphin is hit, and I think this is pretty interesting, I suggest as well that when the dolphin is hit and not sunk, it sends out 2 random sonar. This could act as a distress call, which is something that dolphins do when in danger. And cooldown, they believe a 2-turn cooldown would be fair, allows them to keep up with other 2-hit ships like Kayak. 2-turn cooldown could also reflect back at how fast dolphins are, one of the fast mammals in the world. Meaning that it makes sense that dolphin has a short cooldown instead of a longer one. I think is really cool. This person's gone deep on dolphin lore. It's cool. Let's go, Brandon. Brandon, what are your thoughts? Do you want to kick it off?
I kind of got confused because you were reading a different one than I had on screen.
Oh, sorry.
It's all right. It's all right. Just quickly for your info. So the ranking here, the order here is sort of roles that's being verified.
Okay. All right.
The channel aren't reviewed. But anyways, that's why don't you guys go ahead, and then I'll just quickly read this because I kind of blanked out for a second trying to figure out.
All right. Sorry about that. Right. So we may need to double check the vote count on this one.
Yes.
So yes,
we should probably talk about that as well in a minute. But yeah, I think it's interesting. We don't actually have. I mean, we have the crustacean which has a gap. Do we have any other ship that has a gap between in its attack?
I mean, we have multiple gap ones that sort of attacks like that, right? Like the crab, right? It's like a
The crustacean, that's what I just said, yeah.
crustacean. Yeah.
But I think that's about it, the only one. So it would be interesting to have a smaller one of the crustacean, because like there are definitely times when I know that it's a whale. Like we've got the middle of the whale. I know that it's a whale or a square, and I want to get either side of it. So it could be a very thing. I'm not so sure about the second part where like it gets hit and it does a thing, but yeah, I'm not so sure about that second part. But just a straight up attack is interesting. But yeah, whether it matches the theme too much, the dolphin. Yeah.
Sophie, what are your? Sorry.
Go ahead.
I like the idea that the attack is space because it's leaping out of the water and back in. That feels like it matches the dolphin.
True. We need to have like custom like attack animations. We need.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
That would be difficult, but a very cool idea. That would be fun to
And custom sound effects. That'd be awesome.
Maybe not that one, but yeah.
Mike's dolphin impression.
Yeah, I kind of like the I like the reaction one part. I mean, I think the attack is neat. Like we have like a new type of attack. I think that's quite neat. But I especially like the fact that when you're hit, it does a reaction, a sonar reaction, because I don't think we have anything like that.
No,
it's kind of like the skull
Cove. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's quite cool. Yeah.
Is Skull Cove the only ship that reacts to getting hit?
Is that right? No, I mean there are some other ships where you attack and then you get hit. Like there are some reactions on attack, but I think you might be right. It might be the only ship that has a reaction on hit. Yeah.
Be cool.
Something to explore further.
All right. So sorry about that. Jumping around. Let me follow your spreadsheet, Brandon, which I should have done from the start. So yes, this is quite a brief one, which is sonar one shot for every unsunk ship adjacent to Dolphin. I think this is something that would be really cool to explore, and maybe not particularly this idea, but the idea of ships being adjacent to each other, kind of like forcing you into certain ship like shapes and formations. But what are people's thoughts on this one with a cooldown of 3? So
one shot for every unsunk ship adjacent to Dolphin. Unsunk or unhit ship? Unsunk ship. Okay,
unsunk.
So I see. So you put your ships together. Interesting.
Also, it has to be touching the dolphin, basically.
Yes. Interesting. We have got plans for like an entire race in the game that was supposed to be like it gets bonuses from ships being close together, which would probably be a better fitting than this dolphin one. So it's interesting. It's a very interesting ability. Whether it fits too much with the dolphin theme, don't know. Although it is got sonar as its attack, so yeah, okay, yeah, maybe, yeah. And it's a 3 cooldown, which means it's pretty quick. Yeah, that actually is pretty. Maybe we should do that. Maybe we should do that one. Yeah, I like that one. Okay, all right, I'm coming back around. Come back full second. I like it. Okay, all right.
Mike's done a 180 in within about 10 seconds.
That's not
going to work. Actually, no, we should definitely do that one. Cool. Yeah. Let me think. I like the adjacency, relevancy placement. Playing with ship placement, I think that's very cool. We had a whole season planned for this a long time ago. But that's not to say that we can't kind of have a preview ability in a way. And dolphins, do they like being in groups?
Yeah.
Do we know? Yeah.
Very
Okay.
social.
Yeah. They're very social. So yeah. So that kind of
One issue is that you can get a lot of information on the ship by looking at the opponent's icon. So you could tell how many ships were close to it because you know its cooldown, base cooldown is 3. And so if its cooldown is 5, then you know that it's got 2 other ships next to it.
And I don't
What?
think the cooldown changes. It's
No.
how many shots
Oh,
you get.
oh sorry. Apologies. Okay, so it gets. Sorry, apologies. It gets. Okay, so it gets a combo. Okay.
It's very powerful early game though. If you do this, you get
ridiculously powerful. Yeah.
You get 1. But then does that mean that when there are no ships adjacent to it, you get no sonar? I guess up to 3. That's not that OP.
But
3
you start
sonars.
with 1 sonar.
Yeah.
And then an extra each ship.
An extra one. Then up to 4, which is So on turn 3 you get 4.
I guess it's kind of like a single, like, it's a bit of a gamble that if you get to use it with that, full power or something of 3, then sure, that's great. But then the opponent sees that you've got basically all your ships together.
Yeah.
And if they've got anything that can wreck it, and I guess also if it's a rematch or something where you can't change your fleet, you could probably really wreck them with some Viking ships.
Yeah.
I think it would have to be a high cooldown.
It would be really interesting though if you can cancel your combo. So let's say like you have all the ships together, but you only want to use 2 to misdirect the other player, so they think, oh
so
no,
they think
you've
you
only
only
got
have 2 ships.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's just more work for Mike. Anyways, that's cool. I quite like that one because it also got us thinking. So that's nice.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. All right, I will. Anyone want to jump? Like, I'm happy to keep reading them out unless anyone wants to.
No, let's keep going.
Keep going. All right. Ability. So reveal a tile. If you don't reveal anything, reveal adjacent tiles. A cooldown of 3, and then the creator's note is it used the famed echolocation powers of a dolphin, because if it doesn't find something, it expands to try and land on something else. It would also be easy to balance in future because there's multiple ways to fiddle with the ability without completely changing it. And then they go on to just like talk about how you could adjust the ability if needed. But this is an interesting one as well. It's very similar to some of our existing revealers, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Mike, what do you think?
Yeah, I think it's a bit too close to the other ones. I think I'm not that excited by that one. Full stop.
I think it could be cool as just visually. Like we can add like animations that's like reveals growing. The thing with this one is different because it's not sonar, it's reveal, and I don't think it will have a reveal ability that covers, other than maybe cartographer, like a reveal that covers a wide range potentially. So like you can imagine if I put this thing at the corner, it can kind of almost like a sonar, but instead of giving you a number and revealing all the missed tiles, it grows and then it actually finds ones that you can attack with a coracle. It's almost like with this you're guaranteed a coracle shot next. Because it's guaranteed to find something
until it hits something.
Yeah. And because it's not sonar, you know for sure. I mean, it's a reveal with ship. I think that's what we technically call it. So you're guaranteed that. So like if you use it right before coracle, then it could be very powerful. So yeah, kind of interesting for me. It's kind of interesting.
Sophie, any more thoughts to weigh in?
I kind of I agree with Brandon about it being interesting, but I'm also a little not entirely 100% on what it actually means. Like, I assume we would have to trial and error to find how much we wanted it to expand, whether we want it to reveal until it finds something or just reveal a certain sized area. But it's interesting.
Yeah, might be too powerful if it just goes all the way to the edge.
Yeah, also depending on how the opponent has their ships laid out as well. It might absolutely annihilate the board immediately for an opponent. All right, so we've got our first passive, and I don't know if there are many other passives. This might be the only passive.
One other passive in the game.
There's one other? No, sorry, I mean in this list.
Oh, right. Yeah, it's cool to see another passive in the game.
Yeah. So, while not destroyed, every third tile revealed will instead be sonar, and no cooldown and passive.
Every third, well, not destroyed, every third tile revealed will be sonar.
So instead of doing like I guess like a reveal, it does a sonar. And like,
would that, does it just mean revealed, like not necessarily
like any of the
abilities, like just a tile that's...
If they haven't specified, I can only assume that it is just after on every third, which would be
empty tile. I see, like any empty tile, every third empty tile. Interesting. That actually could be very interesting when you combine that with the cartographer. Cartographer, it could be very, very interesting. Or crustacean, like it'd be powerful with a crustacean because it's basically I like that. I really like that one actually. Yeah, I really, really like that one.
It reminds me of our first gameplay update to BattleTabs, 4 years ago, when every shot was a sonar.
Every shot was sonar, yeah.
And it's actually I still like that design because it makes BattleTabs even more like a puzzle game because you're trying to like you're thinking about these things. So yeah, I do quite like that one.
Okay.
I kind of want it to be every shot is sonar, but that's definitely too OP.
Way too much.
All right. So let's go.
Wait, just one quick note.
Yep.
It will be cool if this is like as is, but if the opponent also has the dolphin, then every shot is a sonar. So it becomes like you both have the advantage. So we can play BattleTabs Classics if we want to. No, if the opponent has a dolphin, then you can't use any other abilities, and every shot is sonar.
I mean, that might be better as a different game mode, I think, rather than
yeah. Anyways, carry on.
Okie dokie. All right, so we've got our next one, ability. There's a lot of notes on this one. All right, ability, attack, then reveal 3 random tiles, and this would have a cooldown of 3. Let me just try and skim through some of this. So this ability would be something that's simple, so players that are new to the game could quickly learn strategies to do with the ship, and more experienced players could still feel like it's new every time they use it because the added unpredictability of the random number generator. Designs balanced off the whale, which is a basic and classic revealer. And then they go into the meta. They've got a lot of good notes.
I'm trying to work out which of these is BPF because I've not read any of these. So I'm like, is this something the BPF would say? Like, I don't know. But yeah, it's very interesting. And yeah, it's very smart to compare it to the whale because it is very whale-like. Yeah.
Cool. Let me just quickly add what they had at the end here. I decided to follow the concept they were talking about because creatures probably wouldn't have have much potential to deal much damage to fully fledged ships. The only creature units that didn't reveal had no precision, being random, and the revealers that did damage were never random. We needed a new concept, so I blended them together to make something new, but that still fits the creature theme for a unit. Cool. Sophie, what are your thoughts on this essay of ability?
I just have a quick question to the team actually first.
Mm-hmm.
The creature theme being generally revealers, was that intended? Or is that just something that happened?
I don't think it's intended.
I think I've forgotten. I think didn't somebody write? Did it you or Tom or somebody wrote a document at one point with like the theme ideas, like the general sort of like concept?
Yeah, we have factions.
Factions. That's not racist. Yeah.
Yeah, so we had factions. I don't think we ever like really implemented it, but maybe, I mean, a lot of these were designed by Tom, and maybe he did have a direction where he was going with the factions idea. So yeah, possibly.
Yeah, because fun fact, when I was making the trailer, or the idea for the cinematic of the trailer, I had to take some liberties with some fleets that were pretty terrible, because I wanted sea creatures versus Vikings, and there were no sea creatures that did like mostly attacks, and then I couldn't put a sea creature in the fleet with Coracle, but it needed a sea creature to reveal. So fun fact there.
Yeah, good point. That's a good point.
But anyway,
Yeah.
for this idea, I like it. I think it is similar to Whale, but also quite different, being that Whale is generally very like planned, because you're like, I want to know what's in this area, whereas because it's random, you are less sure.
True,
But
true.
I do like it.
Yeah, I think the similarity to whales is sort of, it's quite fitting, isn't it? Dolphin, whale, and when we have a shark, what do we do with the shark? I think we're gonna take. Yeah, so it's cool. I like how much thought went into it, so that's very cool. I like that one. Yeah, and it's simple to understand, so that's quite cool.
Yeah, I agree. All right, let me jump over the one we've already spoken about. And this is yep. Sorry, Brandon.
Just a quick note on Sophie's comment. I think we did have this thought that animal-based ships are a lot more random when we can. I think at some point that was a thing. I don't know if we ended up doing that, but that would fit with this idea. But also, fun fact: I think Nessie is the only animal with a helmet on.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I don't remember why. I don't think there was a reason. But
upcoming skin, new skin coming in.
Yeah,
helmets on everyone. Yeah.
Nessie stole it from the Vikings. Because
there we go. That's why they started fighting. There we go. Yeah. Bit of lore.
That's how BattleTabs began.
Yeah, fighting over the helmet. Nice.
Okay, next one. 17.
All right. So a little preamble here. Dolphins use echolocation to find prey in the wild, and are highly intelligent. Many dolphins in captivity can be trained to learn various tricks. Hence my idea. So their ability has a cooldown of 4, and this is a wild one. Selects a random ability of these 3 when used. RNG. So shoots 2 sonar bullets, player controlled, or attacks in a giant squid shape, the short L thingy, or shoots 3 normal cannonballs. Ability ends if you miss, similar to longboat. So I'm assuming they mean like a combo.
Yeah.
Interesting. Interesting RNG ability changing. We've not done that yet, but it's interesting, certainly. Yeah. I think it's just hard to explain to players, but We need a very large amount of text to explain this, but sure, yeah, interesting. I'm not sure whether we do it for this ship, but I think definitely for something. Yeah.
I do kind of like, what if it's like randomly learning abilities from the other team, the opponent? Then
Like a
it'd be
mimic.
shorter. Yeah, like a mirror, but you don't. But it's like randomly one of the abilities. That could be cool.
Could be interesting.
Yeah, I like that. Maybe not for the dolphin. I feel like if we do another mirror, that would be cool. Chaos mirror. There we go.
Ooh. Ooh.
Yeah.
Sophie, any thoughts to weigh in on this scattershot?
I'm just thinking about how fun and wacky it could be. Possibly doesn't quite fit the dolphin concept, but I like it.
8. Yeah, we already do that. I was just reading that. I was reading ahead.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah. Okay. So it's like the other one.
That's how it already works.
Yes, that is. But thank you for your submission. Okay, so a new one. Sonar, if this hits a ship, reveal adjacent tiles. Is this whale? Is that what whale does? 3 turns? 3-turn cooldown?
Yeah.
Or
turtle.
Is that turtle, right.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not sonar, is it?
Oh, it's...
Oh, right,
no,
yes.
Reveal. The turtle is reveal, no?
Wait, sonar,
Yeah.
if this hits ship.
Wait, sea turtle survivor.
Oh, I see.
It's not sonar. Yeah.
Right, so it's sonar, but if it hits a ship, it does turtle.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Oh, right.
Okay.
Okay.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Any other thoughts, or shall we move along?
Let's move on.
All right. Dolphin. Okay. Shape squid. Reveal a tile. Attack. I'm a little confused as to this one. Reveal a tile. Attack a tile. Apply dive. Dive. The next turn, all tiles on the ship are invulnerable, and reveals get obscured.
Interesting.
Confused.
My brain is melting, but it is interesting. Yeah, I mean, like on the next turn, we haven't got any ship to do that on the next turn thing. We haven't got anything that does invulnerability either, which is interesting. So it's interesting, creative. I like it.
So basically, the attack is two attacks. You get to reveal a tile, attack a tile, and then your ship becomes invulnerable for the next turn.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay. Oh, okay. I think it's interesting. I don't know how I would strategically use it. It might be problematic if this is like end of the game and this is you're about to like the opponent is about to win and then you hide. Oh, I guess that's kind of the point. Yeah. Okay.
I guess the
cool.
problem would be like if the opponent hits the invulnerable tiles, does it get revealed or do what? Like, do we just?
Is it just they can't hit those tiles?
Yeah, and then aren't they just revealed?
Oh, true.
I guess if you target them. I don't know. Interesting.
Okay.
What's the next one?
Passive.
That's the same one. Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Oh right. Yes.
Great. That's clearly a popular idea then.
Yeah. I still quite like that one.
I do.
Okay.
Okay. This is you might like this, Brennan. While not destroyed, your cannon attack also reveals an adjacent tile. May reveal already revealed tile, and it's no cooldown. So this is also a passive. Just like augment to your cannon attack.
So reveals an adjacent tile like randomly, I guess.
I assume so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Provided it's not destroyed.
Interesting that no one's chosen a passive that makes your default attack a sonar.
Yeah.
Would that be OP?
Because probably. Because then it's
From the beginning of the game, I feel like it would be quite.
It's like mini sub no cooldown or something.
Well, I guess it's.
But it costs you a ship, so.
Right.
It's like
Interesting.
long sub.
Yeah, long sub.
Yeah. Okay.
Very
Should we go continue?
Yes. All right. So this has a cooldown of 3, and this ability is sonar. Sonar, then reveal X tiles surrounding this sonar, where X is the sonar value. Ooh.
Review. Where am I?
Hang on. That would make it pointless.
Right. Yes. Yes, it would, wouldn't it? I mean, it wouldn't. It would if it was like a 3. Then it'd just be a very big reveal, I guess. I mean, it would just.
It'd make it pointless, wouldn't it? Because it would reveal.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm a bit confused.
I think it means. I'm assuming reveal is reveal with ship, like like the orange dot.
Yeah.
So if you get a 3, it expands, and then you get, and then 3 of the connecting tiles would be revealed. So if it's a 1, one of them will be revealed. So you are still left with 3 that could, like 1 in 4 is revealed basically, right?
Yeah.
So the bigger the number, the more unknown sort of question marks appears.
Yeah.
So I can see kind of like how that could work.
There is something to be said for like having a super sonar that it sonars, and then any edge that it touches becomes revealed as well.
That's good actually. It's quite powerful, that one. Yeah. Okay, I kind of like that one because it uses existing rules, but a bit different. Okay.
Yeah,
nice.
What's the next one?
This is a interesting one. Maybe not particularly dolphin-y. The longer the dolphin fires, the more shots it gets on the next round, and increase the cooldown by 1 every 2 uses. I.e., it starts on 1 shot, then next turn it shoots twice, then 3 times. But every time it fires, it increases the cooldown. It takes 2 cooldown, adds 1 after 2 more uses each time.
So it sort of like accelerates as the game goes on.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting. It'd be interesting as like a more of a mechanical based ship, I think.
Yeah.
The dolphin. Yeah. Interesting though. Making that down.
Yeah, that's good. I feel like I like the reverse of that. So like initial early game you have to wait a little bit longer, but as the game goes on it gets more and more powerful. It becomes more important.
So if it survives to the end, kind of like Valkyrie.
Yeah, and it becomes like interesting. Cool. I like that one.
Okay, this one has a cooldown of 4 turns. It reveals in a squid shape. If a tile is revealed, decrease the cooldown by 1. It can also attack revealed tiles. So squid the L? Squid is L, right?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Same shape as dolphin.
As a dolphin,
right. Tiles decrease cooldown.
Yeah, okay.
Which ship also has... It decreases its cooldown if it reveals. Is there one?
Turtle.
Right.
So if you hit, then you can use it again right away because it.
No. You're thinking about the pirate thief, is it? The pirate thief, doesn't it?
Pirate thief. No.
I'm not familiar with the pirate thief, but with the turtle, you can if you hit. So the cooldown is 2, but if you hit a target, then you can immediately use it again because we reduce the cooldown to just 1 turn, which is I've been using turtle very effectively, but I found that it's not great against crustacean because of the way the shape is. Yeah, so I discovered that in my current battle with Mike. which still it's still not sure who's gonna win. It's tight. All right, sorry. Cool. Yeah. I like people thinking about like playing with the cooldown.
Yeah.
The more advanced strategies.
What would be interesting is ones that are like even more meta than that. It's like you use this ship in your fleet. If you win, it doubles your rewards or something like that.
Oh, there we go.
Do you know what I mean? Or
The
it
ship
decreases.
does nothing, but you get extra rewards. Or
Yeah,
or it's like
Yeah.
exactly.
So high level.
Decreases the opponent's turn time by 10 seconds or something.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like,
yes.
Yeah, that would be cool.
like some really interesting. You could do some really meta things like that. It means that they have to emote, or they every turn, or they lose like 5 seconds of time or something. Do you know what I mean? Like that. Like that would be interesting.
We'd almost need to have like in Magic the Gathering, where they basically like cycle out cards and put them in different formats, because they basically over time become broken because of their wacky.
Yeah.
Then we just have like, when we've got 600 ships, then we've got our whatever the current kind of standard is, and then we have legacy battle tabs where you can play with all these insane ships that all behave weirdly together.
We've got a lot of different systems in the game. We could definitely do a lot more than just the existing systems that we have. A lot of existing abilities we have.
Yeah. We should have abilities where you have to spend gems to use. Like spend 10 gems.
We need to recover the money that we're paying players for this tournament, this bounty.
Yeah.
Anyways, make fun.
All right. A cooldown of 3. This ability is reveal a tile. If successful, attack all adjacent tiles. Using on a revealed tile will also attack adjacent tiles. So I assume by like attack they mean like a cannonball attack.
Yeah. Successful attack all adjacent tiles used on the reveal tile. Okay, it's very powerful. It's almost like a mini coracle in a way. Not mini, larger coracle. Yeah. Wouldn't be very effective against crustacean. Again, like that's been my experience with these kind of abilities. Just kind of wasted. But yeah, it's simple and it's kind of. I think I still. It doesn't have any sonar or reveal. Oh no, it is reveal. Yeah, never mind. Okay. Interesting. Okay, shall we? Any other comments?
Move on.
Okay, move on.
Yeah.
All right. I was thinking of having the dolphin with some sort of sonar ability similar to its echolocate in real life. However, after thinking a bit longer, I thought of a better way to use echolocation. So the ability would have a cooldown of 4 or 5, and essentially the player chooses a tile, and the closest ship gets its closest tile revealed. Essentially, a sonar revealer combo in one ship. Due to all tiles in between the chosen tile and the reveal tile would not be revealed as misses, as they would be in a traditional sonar.
So it's similar to my super sonar thing that I mentioned before, I think. Yeah.
So,
but not revealing the ones in between, which is kind of cool because then you got to remember where you've used it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's kind of neat.
We used to have it like that in the game, didn't we? But then we added the so it reveals in between.
Yeah, a long time ago. Gosh. Yeah. Okay, that's kind of cool.
That's cool. Any thoughts, Sophie?
Yeah, I feel like depending on like how the opponent's ships are placed and things, it could be very confusing to get their head around what's going on.
Yeah.
Especially if you've used it prior and then you've kind of forgotten exactly where you hit it, and so there's unrevealed tiles that you then hit again. I like it. It seems a little confusing and would need to get your head around to use it.
Yeah,
Strategic
maybe
play.
it needs to be a bit more powerful if it's messing with your memory. I guess like depending on the player's age, if you're age 40 and above, you get two lower cooldown or something.
Funny you say that, Brandon. I remember one of the I think people were discussing one of the ships that had like an obscure, and they're like, obscure is worthless. You know, it just doesn't, like, you just remember where the tile is. I'm like, oh yeah, I forget all the
Not for me.
time.
I never remember.
Yeah.
Good one.
How many more of these would you like to do? Should we just keep it to maybe a 5 or a 10, or how are we all feeling?
Yeah, I think, well, we've got like 10 minutes left of this call, haven't we? So, or 8 minutes left of this call. Do we not want to all go around and say which one's our favourite before the end, though, as well?
We've been through too many.
Can't remember them.
All right, yeah, but I think that's a good idea. So let's do just say another 2.
Yeah.
Then a minute of deliberation where we have a little think, and then
Okay.
we what ones we've talked about. Okay, so this one has been named. The ability is called Playful. The ability, one shot is fired. If it hits a ship, you can choose one ability to reduce the cooldown by 2, and it's a cooldown of 3.
Yeah, I like the meta ones. I like the ones that play with the cooldown.
We'd have to a bit more UI. Would have to do that. So I'm not sure about that one because how that would interact. We'd have to have a special UI to allow the player to choose what ability.
I think it's just choose the maybe instead of any ability, it would just be like the ships that you've got, or one of the other 3.
Random, yeah.
Yeah, or you can choose one of the other 3. But what I mean is, it's not you don't. Oh yeah, never mind.
You'd have to choose. So we'd have to have a UI that allows the player to then choose which one.
Yeah. But otherwise, it is. I like the strategic layer here.
Yeah.
You're also forcing the opponent to think harder because it's not straightforward which ability they're going to be faced against in the coming terms. So that's kind of neat.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that is something I always, look at the cooldowns of the opponent when I'm deciding if I've got if ships are revealed or what to prioritize. So this makes sense.
Just random there. It would be interesting if we had when we was doing our pirate ships. The interesting one is if a pirate ship is hit, then gold spews out, and the player can tap to collect the gold. That would be interesting. Karen.
All right. So the name of this ability should be Echolocation. That said, a cooldown of 4, and the ability, it reveals 4 random tiles within a 6x6 square.
6x6. Massive.
Yeah.
I mean, the map is what 7x7.
8
No.
8 by 8. All right.
Is it 8x8 or 9x9?
It's 8x8.
Yeah, thanks, Sophie. I'm glad you're paying attention.
3x3 would be probably better for this, I think, because 3x3 is also what we use for that other ship, Chaos Pirate one.
So you've got a 1 in 9. You got a 4 in 9 chance.
Yeah.
But it's
This
only
one-
4 tiles, and it's reveal, not hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
Okay. It's harder to think through that one. For me.
Okay.
All right.
So, have to wrap it up on this one, I think.
All right. So what I'll do, let me just start a minute timer, and then if everyone can just have a quick gander at what we've talked about, and then we'll reconvene. So hang on, I will pump up the music as we deliberate mentally. All right, go for it. This makes for.
I know which one. I know which one I want already. While you guys are thinking, I was thinking about consumables in the game. I wonder whether we could have like consumables that like double your winnings if you win the battle. Do you know what I mean? Like it's like a gamble. So you spend it, but it doubles if you win that battle. Could be interesting. That doubles your winnings. Or have some other sort of gambling mechanics against the player in the battle, like in Marvel Snap, where you can bet the other person that you're going to win, bet all their.
We should just steal that. I reckon we steal.
Yeah, I think it would be really fun in our game because it's multiplayer and it's like turn-based. Like it gives you something else to do potentially between turns as well. Anyway.
All right, the minute is up. Let me just turn down here. All right, Mike, since you are so on the ball with your thoughts, what's one that you've honed in on?
I think probably for me is the passive sonar every 3 attacks or 3 reveals. I think that one's really interesting. I think that one's the one for me. Seems that we only have one other passive in the game. Sonar, because it's dolphin, makes sense. And it's just interesting. It could reveal some really interesting different strategies. So I like it.
Sophie?
I like the one where it attacks the 2 tiles with a space in between. So like a dive attack. Mainly because I think it would be really cool to animate that. So I'm a bit biased there, but also if we can make the when it's hit and not sunk, like the distress call thing work. If we could make it work.
All right, Brandon, what are your thoughts?
I like the passive where you like every few shots it's a sonar, or every
Great minds. Great minds.
Yeah, and I think we're probably biased because we missed the classic version.
Yeah.
I still, like sometimes I feel like that's such a good little thing to have. I think we'll probably need to like tweak it a bit so it's not too powerful. And also we need to make sure that it doesn't make some of the other ships sort of like not very usable, right? Like if this is available, then you wouldn't really want to use long sub without some more tweaking maybe. So that's that one for me.
So I also quite like the blank squares, the one with the gap. I think because my current games, there's been a few situations where I'm like, if I want a 2 attack, but I don't want them to be like right close together. But that being said, I also do like the passive. I think it's I really do like the passive's abilities as well.
I really like the one as well that was the adjacency one as well. It was interesting, but I think that would make better sense if we do that a different faction for that.
Yes, well, I don't know if I ever wrote it up. I'm pretty sure I did, but I had some ideas around that and like a vampire faction and doing that with adjacent ships. That'd be cool. But all right. Well, it's not that much of a big climactic end. I think we'll probably need to have another little look-see on this full list for us to fully decide on things. But this has been exciting. It's been really, really cool to see, and thank you absolutely everyone who has taken the time to make a submission. It is incredibly cool to see. Love to do these more, so do let us know what you thought, which ones you liked, and I think if there's nothing else we wanted to discuss, I don't think there'll be a community corner this week because I kind of feel like this has been a community corner episode. But is there anything else anyone wants to mention before we head off?
Nope.
All right.
No?
Yeah.
A lot of updates coming. We are planning to soft launch in a couple countries this month for the mobile version. So keep an eye out for more announcements. And yeah, I'm looking forward to playing more BattleTabs on my phone. It's been great.
Me too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
love it.
Me too. Yeah. All right, everybody. Lovely to see you, and see you next time. Bye.